Oh, everybody. TeamODZ live. Rick's doing yoga, I think.
Yeah.
Pre-test stretching.
In my shoulder blade.
It's easier to pat your head and rub your tummy at the same time.
Yeah.
We would call that pre-test stretching at work.
I did one of those weird pulls where you go and where it hurts when I take a deep breath. I can feel it in my shoulder blade, but then I can also feel it in my chest. And I just got a cold, so I've been sneezing a lot. I've had a bunch of sneezes where I'll go take the big deep breath in, about to sneeze, and then ruin the sneeze. Because all of a sudden I'm groaning out of pain.
Well, that really isn't a green screen that you've got. You just sneezed all over your camera.
Ooh, so that would be a good one. Go on OBS and switch layers right as you sneeze.
I must have shared the Morons from Outer Space sneeze scene with you, have I? If I haven't, I will.
I don't know. I don't think you are.
All right. If Owen comes on later, he'll know that one for sure.
So this storm that's expected for Sunday looks like Gerrie's going to get hit pretty hard. He's going to have well into the double digits of snow. Going to get more snow than up here.
Oh. Means it lets us get Faith back to Andrews. We're going to go down to Chicago on Sunday with her, and then she head back to Andrews University, and we'll head back home.
I think you should be good, because this is a southerly storm that's just kind of coming up the East Coast.
Yeah.
Kind of coming across the eastern half of the state or country.
And also Denmark is supposed to get 30 inches over the next 2 days. Normally train service stops at a ½ inch, so it's gonna be critical.
Yeah, it's a lot of snow. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, but it's also like 35 years ago that we had that last, so nobody's prepared.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, if we had a storm like that here, that would definitely be like a storm that's talked about for a while.
Storm 2024.
In fact, I think the last time we had a storm like that was on Christmas. That one I was talking about yesterday, when I just had to go out in my Jeep. But why wouldn't you?
So we already have the trucks get stopped on the ramps going on the freeway. So some people spent the night behind the truck that was stuck.
Is that happening right now?
Yes, this is tonight. It's a special European thing that all long-haul trucks are East European, and they have zero equipment with them for snow, so they normally stop just on the person. Like,
they should figure that out.
it doesn't matter because the owner doesn't care. I mean, the driver gets paid $5 an hour when he drives, nothing when he stands still, so they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I know from experience that whenever there's a big snowstorm that goes through Ohio and Indiana, for some reason all the truck drivers, they park their trucks on the side of the road, on the truck side. I don't know why. It's been 2 times after big snowstorms that I've driven through the turnpike there, and there's just a bunch of trucks laid over on their side on the edge of the interstate. Guessing it's from the winds because it's so flat right there, but it's the only state I've ever seen where that's what happens. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this quick again.
But it's a little bit screwed up over here because of labor laws. Normally, foreign truck drivers cannot take internal loads in Denmark. But there's an exemption. If they have a load ending in Denmark, then they can take 2 rides in Denmark before they leave again. And what they will do is that they will park a driver for 20 days in a highway parking, waiting for a load. That's just so crazy. "17 kilometers, this is crazy."
Yeah, it's a long way. Well, good news for me is I have to go to work.
Yeah, I have to find out something. Yeah, I can't do anything today because I can't gear up, so it's gonna take it easy. Find it.
All right, guys, have a good one.
All right, see you. pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the only U.S. city that's used to regular snowfall like that is Buffalo. 30 inches, that's crazy. But yeah, we've been not officially downgraded up here, but it looks like it's a good chance that storm will just mostly go through Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and a little bit of southern Maine on the coast will get the heavy snow, and we'll be under a foot here.
You've been downgraded up there. Has Gerrie been upgraded down there?
Yes. It's one of those rare storms where we just sit up here like, when are we going to get snow? Why do all the tropical southern New England places get all the snow?
You'll have to get Gerrie to send some.
This is that rare time of the year where people actually want snow around here. Because why not? There's nothing else to do. Until it shows up, and then once you get the back-to-back storms, everybody gets pretty tired of it. But it's also part of the industry in a lot of places around here. Like I know Bangor gets a lot more travel. People staying on their way up north to snowmobile and do all the other winter stuff.
Yeah.
Because this is the last stop before the woods. to gather your supplies.
You go down to the woods today, fear of a big surprise.
Especially if you don't stop in Bangor and get some supplies.
Had a lovely time the day we went to Bangor.
It's filled with joy. There is no anger. I think we're coming up with a good winter tourism video for Bangor.
And it's even got Rick's mate Steve.
What was that one?
And it's even got Rick's mate Steve.
He is a fine fellow, I do believe.
So I did have a name suggested for the Kraken yesterday. Carl the Kraken.
Hal?
Carl.
Hey, I like
C-A-R-L.
Oh, not Hal?
No,
I like Hal.
but that doesn't kind of rhyme at all. And Carl the Kraken, at least, they both begin with the same kind of sound.
Alright. I'm trying to settle into the idea that this is fine. My heart rate's fine. It's a little high. Definitely still set. Might not do this. Ah, this is an interesting song to ride to. You know John Cicada?
The one that makes all the funny sounds in summer, isn't he?
No. Well,
Every 70 years or so.
no, it's John Cicada. But this is I don't know when. I think he was popular in like the early 90s. But yeah, that popped on, and now I'm doing a workout to John Cicada. Not the most workout-y song music to do work to, but I'll just skip it. There we go. I didn't realize it was on for a little while. Felt like I was at the dentist. Just waiting in the waiting room. All right, I'm gonna give it the warm up, then the rest, and if I don't improve, I miss it. Next one.
Gonna give it the beans.
Then I'm probably
The Boston
just gonna
beans.
switch to blue. Went too far this morning in my balancing. There we go. Well, I did manage to get a really good night's sleep. In between Heidi waking me up telling me I was snoring. So I do know for a fact now that I don't snore all the time.
No, you don't do it when you're awake. Yeah, I could just imagine the conversation if Yolanda woke me up to say I'm snoring. No, I'm not. Yes, you were. Right, but I'm not now.
I usually. No, what are you talking about? I should have tried that one. I can always tell when I get into that mode though, when I'm snoring. I can it's like the last few seconds of my sleep where, oh no, I'm snoring. And then I wake up and make adjustments. But
Yolanda wakes herself up snoring.
I think that's what I must do. Because yeah, I definitely seem to wake up. And then when I roll over, I can hear Heidi stirring a little bit, like she's just been laying there thinking, should I stop him from snoring? Or should I let him just wake up on his own? Or maybe she elbows me in the gut or something. I don't know.
How many broken ribs do you wake up with?
Yeah, I do have a soreness in my side. I've had a couple days. Maybe that's why. But yeah, last night I was relegated to just one position, laying on my right side. If I laid on my left, then my nostrils would clog and I would start breathing through my mouth and snoring all over the place. If I laid on my back, the same. But on my right, for some reason, one nostril stayed clear enough to keep me from snoring.
It's called gravity, and usually it's the higher one of your two sinuses that clears out. It drains into the lower one.
For some reason, though, on my left side, that wouldn't happen. I don't know why. I think that the right side nostril is really, it's a fighter. It's not giving it. A lot of heart in that right nostril. But yeah, I did get to bed early though, so I was wiped last night. And then managed 8 hours of sleep according to the watch.
I was just starting to get ready for bed last night, and Yolanda said, came up into the bathroom, said, "Are you taking Hope to TOC tonight?" Okay.
That's cool. Usually how it happens for me. It's always a last minute thing. Oh, really? Oh, we're doing that? Okay. But yeah, last night, Grace was, luckily she had an earlier practice. And then, so I picked her up at 6. I had said I was cooking dinner, but at that point, Heidi was doing some projects around the house. So I was like, I'll go pick up Grace. And then tomorrow morning, can you bring her to school so I can do ODs?
That would be take.
Every week I have to put in
Not bring.
I have to, whatever. Could you bring her to the car and then take her to school? And then
No, it would be take her to the car.
that would still be taking her to the car. Could you? Anyway, yes, okay, fine, take it. This question could be on the fire test.
Hey, yeah, that could be the difference between pass or fail.
Yeah, so I decided to do another no alcohol run for a while. And so now I have nothing but free time at work at the end of the day, especially where this week is dead. So now I'm gonna spend my free time studying for this test.
And you're surprised that the brewery is having a lower turnover.
Well, it should do better now. Hey, Owen.
Owen, what was it I was going to mention to Owen before? He would know about, he would remember.
Oh, it was the, what did that have to do with?
You know,
It was the clip, but it had to do with, I don't know.
Well, here's another one that Owen will
Sneezing.
know. Sneezing, oh yes,
It's about
thank you.
sneezing.
The sneeze scene
I
from
just
Morons
remembered.
from Outer Space, Owen.
I heard it.
Rick said he was sneezing earlier. So, I said he hasn't got a green screen behind him. He's sneezed all over his camera, and that made me think about the morons from outer space and the sneeze scene. I'm sure you've seen that one.
There we go. Now I'm doing better. We'll see how I do once this
And,
gets into full.
Which do you think Rick is, or if he's successful in his application to become, a member of the fire department? You think he's Pew Pew, Barney McGrew, or Cuthbert Dibble, or Grub?
This is fun.
You need to watch Trumpton. Barney McGrew. There you go. Rick's Barney.
See, now I wish I knew the reference. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. There's no rest.
I bet Barney pounds sand quite a lot.
Are you saying Barney has a lot to do about nothing?
No, I'm sure he's an inclusive member of the firefighting team in Trumpton. Oh, Cuthbert, okay.
Ooh, I could be that guy.
Yes, Trumpton has a whole different meaning these days, though, doesn't it?
I'm just wondering how long it
in
would
the
take in
70s.
the station.
Back in the 70s, it was a kids' TV show. Stop animation. Yeah.
The only problem is, from what I hear, I might end up being the oldest one. Apart from the leadership. My helmet will most likely still go halfway down my face, though. I have a small head.
We always send the oldest in first because they have the least to lose.
Yes. Yeah, how many times am I going to find myself in a situation? No, you're young. You have a whole life ahead of you. I'll go. And cut. All right, go ahead. I'll be out here. Do you think the idea works that if you have a cold, you gave it 2 days to pass. One day you took a full break. The next day you did some easy pedaling.
Yeah, pass it.
Then the third
beans
day
in 2 days.
you have to. Oh, I had beans yesterday. I meant to send a picture. I got busy, though.
Before you ate them, hopefully.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then there's the second picture this morning, but I didn't take a picture of that one.
Glad about that.
Whew. Definitely feel like I'm struggling more than I would normally be, but I have this theory that the third day, now it's time to just beat it out of me and just do a hard workout. And then hopefully science says that the sickness will then leave my body because it's found it inhabitable. I'm just going off science here.
Not an exorcism.
Yes, I'm going to exercise these bacteria. I guess that would make it an infection. It's not an infection as far as I know.
Yeah, and technically it's not a bacteria, it's a virus.
It's a vaccine.
Owen will correct you if I don't. So. On you, Owen.
The only thing I can say is you have to do something, because since your ancestors survived the Stone Age, your body assumes that you're not going to eat for the next 3 weeks. So you just sit still, it's going to do absolutely nothing.
Exactly. I like that. See? Perfect. Yeah. It's my heart rate's just a little higher, but not that much.
Look at that. This is stopped out. Wait till we clear this other cyclist here.
I hear you, Owen.
Alright, bathroom break required. I'll be right back.
Alright. You promise?
I make no promises. Oh, I've stopped. When did that happen?
Oh, I didn't even realize you left me.
You apply 0 watts for 5 minutes, then you stop.
Thank you, Coffee Star.
Yeah, I gotta stop. Anyway, so I should probably pedal while I'm in this block.
One to those lazy guys waiting at the start.
Let's find out where Rick is. Well, it's now past 30
I gotta
minutes.
go grab ibuprofen.
Okay. Time catch up. Right.
Owen said that you had latched onto someone on the side of the road for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because why not, you know? We're in a meetup and everything, but why not just latch on to some random person on the side of the road?
I'm coming.
Oh, you're still behind me. I'm gonna finish this block real quick. Is this, are we testing an ebb route right now?
Yeah.
Or are we just doing random stuff?
I thought I was going to go the other way.
Tempted to keep going so that you can keep practicing doing your interval. Something like a quick interval the day before a TTT.
Oh, believe me, my legs aren't happy about this.
Ow. This is making me excited to go back to the 225 I'm going to do now. Going up this hill.
Now you can pull me up here.
Wow, it's really bad. Holy. Yeah, the other day I was moving a CIP cart, which is just a big stainless steel cart with a control panel and two 40-gallon tanks that you can keep chemicals in for cleaning and stuff. And I was trying to get around a corner and I hit a half-barrel keg that was stacked on top of another one, and they were both full, and it started to slide off. So I went and caught it as it was going down and slammed it back up. Ow. Apparently I'm not prepared for that type of stuff right now. I pulled muscles in the front and the back.
I think you need to pound more sand.
What's that?
You need to pound more sand.
Yes, that's what the problem is. I hadn't done it enough yet.
I think my funniest coffee stop moment, Owen, was one morning. I was riding on my own, and I was on a climb portal, and there was someone catching me up at a great rate of knots, and I thought, right, okay, I'm going to fire my coffee stop as soon as they pass me by. I did just that, and within seconds of me taking the coffee stop off, setting it off, they rage quit. Oi, you're not coffee stopping with me. They disappeared. Hey up, Ben. Well, looking forward to, and I'm apprehensive about the TTT tomorrow, because you can't really call the Alp a reasonable test of steering in the TTT, other than the descent. So I want to see what it does for me.
Oh yeah, so I just looked up. So a half barrel keg weighs 160 pounds. So essentially I was falling, and then I caught me on the way down and then threw me back up on. That's why it hurts today.
Yeah, I mean, there have been moments, Owen, where I've come off the front, you guys have been steering, and I just haven't had any draft. I haven't been able to get in the draft because you're way out in the middle of the road or right up at the side. So situations like that is certainly going to help me. Basically, when that happens, I either have to ask politely to be given some draft, and I really try to be polite, or I just grin and bear it, and it means I'm doing 4.5 watts a kilo still.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any recovery. Should have taken your bike in, Owen. Bit of Swift while you wait. Could have joined us.
If I get this fire job, that's going to be my mission, is to add a Zwift bike setup that can be quickly adjusted.
Oh yeah, you used to do that, didn't you? I remember.
Happy New Year, boys.
There's Ian.
Hey,
So Ian, I hear today's plan is shutting down.
It is.
What are we going to move to? Has that been
Back
decided?
to Training Peaks.
Oh, okay.
is that today's plan or tomorrow's plan? When is that plan? I saw something about it. But
Yeah, I gotta.
It's tomorrow's plan for today's
Yeah,
plan to close down.
Yeah.
See, that just sounds. Today's plan is to shut down.
Gotta work out a couple kinks on that, and then we'll be on it.
You're welcome, Owen.
Yeah.
Owen asks
Tasty.
if you've got any plans to lead up to Campion.
I can definitely do something for him.
There you go, Owen. Sounds like you might have regretted
Yeah.
asking that now. He says, can I have one with more climbing in it to lead up to camp?
You absolutely can, but you also don't necessarily need climbing. You could just do big gear stuff too.
Okay, tell him that he can't be in an energy deficit while he's building.
That's true.
No matter what, I find climbing in real life easier. For the fact that it looks cooler as you start to get up. Well, If it's a real
Right
pond,
on Ian.
not just going up the hill with woods on the other side or something.
We've already talked about the woods. You're a big surprise, aren't you?
Yeah, usually when you're going up a big climb around here, you're just looking at woods.
So, a funny story from yesterday. Our security operations centre, they just basically give up when it's anything in our environment and just send us an email asking if this is expected or not. So, yesterday morning, get an email. Looks like this particular IP address is port scanning these hosts in the Mosaic environment. Okay. Did you look at what it was my first thought. Because it wasn't something in our environment that was doing the port scanning. So I looked it up. It's Computer Security's Rapid 7 scanners, vulnerability scanners. I was quite scathing in the email response. Yeah, I laughed out loud when I figured out what it was as well, Uffe. I copied my team leader on the email that I sent. Before I hit the send button, I said to her,
Should have copied the guy's team leader that was sending the email.
well, so this has been something that I've complained about to my team leader in the past. It's just that the SOC aren't doing what they're supposed to do. They're the ones that are supposed to investigate these things, not farm it out to us. And in reality, discovering what the source of that was yesterday would have taken him less time than it did to put the email together that he sent out to us.
But you know, about 15 years ago, the management consultancy business sort of stagnated. So these guys thought, why don't we get into computer security? That looks kind of hot. But I mean, we didn't know anything about management, and we don't know anything about computer security. So what's the difference? There's a classic clip on YouTube from a Dutch television program where they called in a woman that was an IT security expert. And about 5 seconds into the interview, the interviewer already knew that she wasn't. But she was on for a full 5 minutes babbling about things that didn't make sense. That was so fun.
Well, Ben's got his first half marathon event of the year this coming weekend.
Nice.
So I think I've asked you it before, Ben. When's your first full? I want to see you do a full.
At least the weather should be decent, I guess.
Yeah, I like running when it's cooler. You know, even right around freezing, I'll go out in shorts and t-shirt. I like that because you don't sweat.
I do, Ben. They're for stabilizing. The ears on my cap are actually stabilizers.
Yeah, he's been wearing that cap that long now, Ben, that when he takes it off, they'll still be stuck to his head.
Once I start seeing a bunch of people wearing it, then I'll take it off. But for now, it helped me win the AB. First, I would like to thank my my squirrel ear cap, or my what is it? What was the name of it? I can't even remember now. That Tiff gave it.
The Zwift swivel hats.
Yes, the Zwift swivel hat. Swivel hat. Something. Typos.
Swivel hat.
See, look at this.
There you
It's
go.
already leaving my body.
Swivel hat, swivel hat. There we go. Owen remembered it. Thanks, Owen.
Swivel hat, swivel hat.
No, you've got to say it right. I mean, it's hat swivel. It's a middle word, so it's a swivel, hat swivel, hat.
Hat, swivel hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, it's not.
Why did I pause?
Yes.
I probably just paused because I was blowing the sickness out of me because it's now leaving my body because it's found it to be uninhabitable. Science.
If it wasn't Rick, it
Owen
was
will
me.
tell you. I mean, Ian will tell you. And Owen will probably tell you. My
Owen.
Yes, my F-22 hat. And F-35 too. I think they have the same kind of stabilizers on the back.
I think we need to get a good close look at this
I am
hat. Yeah.
super sensitive right now to any sort of imbalance going on. Very annoying.
You can almost see the individual hairs on the ears. Look at that.
We need some better light.
I need to keep Rick
Did you get the wave?
Yes, I saw the wave. There you go. I'm elbowing him now.
Oh, wrong side. Oh, I like this part. So are we all top 1%ers on Strava this year or from last year? I feel like we would fall into that.
I don't pay attention, so I have no idea.
Oh, come on. You got to pay attention.
I don't. Not Strava. Nope.
Strava probably have 99.5% the inactive accounts, so there you are.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Anybody who is trying to exercise at least 5 times a week is probably the top 1%. Yeah, right now I'm getting a whole bunch of send kudos to so-and-so. It's their first logged activity in a while.
Like what I said to Pat earlier. New Year's resolutions. Last for a week, maybe 2. And it'll be back to normal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just shy
Not like
of
us.
turning it into a habit. I mean, I feel like people understand that it's a habitual thing. You got to turn it into a habit before it'll stick, but somehow most people quit before it becomes the habit. Well, that was a bad sound, or that was a good sound there, but it sounded like it was bad at the end.
That's a workout arch, that. I know that sound.
Mine's about to make that sound, and then I have to go back to work. Ah.
Ben lost £1 over Christmas. You want me to help you find it, Ben?
My
I can even loan you some if you want.
What's the pound worth nowadays? Is it 1.05 euros or something? So I found the reason for my shifting problem. It was the tension screw that has gotten loose by itself. That's a bit odd.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely put on something. My stomach's a little softer than it was before Christmas.
So you
From
found
that eggnog.
Ben's pound, Owen. I'd give it back if I were you, Owen.
And I'm noticing now I got a little more of a curve going on here because it's all falling down here.
Yeah, it's gravity, so you just lean backwards, you'll be fine.
I definitely noticed a difference after December of just going for miles and eating. Because I have a problem anyway where, well, it's usually not a problem, but, you know, I have that mindset that we all do, where when it's there and available, you eat it. Because you most likely need the calories. And when there's so much stuff around, I go crazy. And the extra alcohol intake. The eggnog, though, I think that was the worst. Nothing like cheap booze and fatty drinks. I'm guessing they don't put blends in it.
This looks serious, Uffe.
Yeah, it has to come off the trainer. That doesn't happen often.
It looks better now, though.
I don't know, what do you think? Saddle adjustment?
No, only tightening the tension screw.
Yeah, but that usually means you also need a saddle adjustment, I'm sure.
No.
Saddle adjustments don't require you to take it off the trainer.
My
It's
saddle
more
height
of a
is
fly-by-night operation.
70 centimeters, and yeah, on every bike and in all situations.
Oh, I don't know what's killing me worse, this cold or whatever's going on in my shoulder pectoral thing. Hurts so bad.
The worst is going to be the kickoff effect you have from having no alcohol this month.
I usually do it every other month, it seems, lately.
What, had alcohol in the morning?
Chem-free coffee. What day did I did that on Friday. I made a cup of coffee, put a little Bailey's in there after my workout, after the ebb and everything, and drank that on the way to work. Regretted that so hard. Halfway to work, my legs were burning. It's like, probably shouldn't have done that. But I wanted to celebrate the fact that I was done for the week.
Man, that just sounds like an excuse for someone who really needs to find excuses to drink. Just saying.
Yeah, pretty much that's what it was. Hey, it's the end of the week. I can do this. I don't always want to drink, but when I do, I'm usually awake.
And the cable's gone as well, so that was too easy, that solution.
That we better do its job this time. 4 minutes.
What's our race tomorrow?
What route it is for you, Owen? Please hold.
You're consulting customer support?
Yep. Utopia flat.
I heard they're not. Heard they're not busy
man.
over there. Their email's out.
As far as B's, we've got Brett, myself, and Alex. Andy and Bob as C's.
All right, well, put me in there. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
A bit fitter this week. Not having ridden 160 kilometres the day before, 150.
Oh, now we got some Billy Ocean Caribbean Queen going on.
Playlist are you listening to?
Not really. Pretty much on shuffle through every song I have.
Wait, so you have Billy Ocean and a cicada in your music on
Yeah.
your phone?
Not a cicada.
Rick, you wanna know how
A
I
lot
can
of
ruin
other
that
things.
song for you?
Cicada.
Caribbean Queen, right?
Yeah.
Caribbean Queen! Now every time you hear that song, that's all you're gonna hear.
You,
There you go.
right now, Ruby's panicking, thinking Ian's in pain.
She knows my singing.
Well, she's got earplugs at the ready. Yeah, I know I can't, so I don't even try. Oh, instead he just put his headphones back on and he's also panicking. Yeah, we had
My
sounds there
singing
that
has
only
been
dogs
known-
could hear.
It's been known to stimulate bowels.
Yeah, we had sounds there that only dogs could hear.
That's right.
I'm gonna try to go to the bathroom on this next downhill.
Wait. Got a coffee stop ready as well. So I won't take it yet. I'll take it when you come back.
The trick
Get
is if
double
I
rest.
find the bathroom that's not being occupied right now.
Well, call
Just
ahead.
barge in there.
So I've got a funny story about that, Ian. So back in the days when I used to drink,
Yeah.
I was always ill the morning after. So friend and I were going out, and he lives closer to town than I do. So he said, why don't you stay with me for the night? Stay at our house. So we set a bed up before we went out. Went out on our night out. Came back to his house, well, about 10 o'clock the following morning. Yeah, I'm not feeling good. I feel an upchuck coming on. So get up, walk across the landing to the bathroom, fling the bathroom door open, and there's his mum sat on the toilet.
Oh man.
I couldn't even apologise because my mouth was already filling up.
That's what
You
you
didn't
have to say
throw up on her, did you?
for.
I had
Jeez.
to put
Yeah,
my
did
hand
you stay
over
in
my
the
mouth
bathroom?
to try and. I had to hold my hand over my mouth, stood outside the bathroom trying to hold everything in. My cheeks were bulging. It was dribbling between my fingers.
Yeah, that's when you make the fool of the times.
It wasn't a nice experience.
I did that once when I first started working for the people who I opened the brewery for. It was like a convenience store that I built a craft beer thing in, and so I would work the shifts, and I was running around doing some tasks to close up one night, and I was walking full speed to go do something in the bathroom, ripped the door open, got in there. That was like a good solid step in there before I came to a stop, and there was I'd say probably like 75-year-old man sat on the toilet, and
Hey, Marty.
before I was traveling at such a fast speed that it kind of took a moment. I stopped, I said sorry, and then the door closed behind me, and it was just me and him in this bathroom together, face to face practically.
I'd have looked at him and I'd have said, need any help wiping?
Just wanted to check to see if you had toilet paper. Yeah, I had a good laugh about that one later. I made sure I was in the office when he left, though. I didn't want to look him in the eyes again. We had already done that enough. If he was already done, I bet a little more came out the moment I ripped that door open and came flying in at him. So I helped him. Full cleanse.
All right, call it out, Rick. I need a free bathroom.
All
Yeah.
right.
Stop.
I'm guessing the upstairs one is clear. That might be my closest bet right now.
I haven't set a
All
Trading Peaks account up yet. Owen. Well, I'll have to look at doing that. Alright. Go right down. I'm going to steer down here and see see how far I can pull away from Ray. Then wait for him at the bottom, of course. My good friend Steve.
Well, gentlemen, perhaps we wouldn't be where we are today if we hadn't said to ourselves, just go, 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 go for it.
It's still really hard work steering, especially while riding such low watts on rollers.
I was wrong. It was downstairs. That was open.
Yeah, I've seen how far away from you I could get just by steering. 4 seconds, 5 seconds
Yeah,
ahead now.
Oh,
Yeah,
that made me sweat the moment I left the fence.
the meetup just pulls back together now.
Why is it still saying I'm paused? There we go. We keep changing intervals at the same time. Ah. It's the last threshold spot. Now I'm happy I didn't get today's plans. I was thinking about it a while ago. I would have already canceled it because I don't need any more monthly subscriptions. Grace is Atlantic City bound this weekend.
Getting a gamble on, huh?
I told her to put it all on red. If she wins, take half of that, put it all on black.
And leave the other half on red.
And then, oh no, you hold on to the other half.
Yeah.
That's your insurance now.
Until you lose that half on
Then you
black,
know.
and then you go back.
Oh no, then you walk out. And if you win that second time, then you hold on to the half of that until you lose. And then you cash out.
That is true gambling right there. No skill, no nothing, just that straight.
Oh yeah. Just, I'm either gonna lose whatever money I came in here with the idea that I may lose it, or I'm gonna win it back, or I'm gonna walk out with more.
I used to do the same thing. I'd go with my buddies. I'd bring $100, and as soon as I won about 50 bucks, I take 50 bucks off the table.
Yeah.
So I only played with $100 max in my hands.
So I don't really enjoy gambling.
Nope.
Not really. I mean, I like winning, but I don't enjoy the idea of it because the downs are way too down and the highs are way too high.
Well,
So I
don't
look
like
at
it
it
because I
as-
have little control over the outcome.
Yeah. And then there's that. Like, I think people feel in blackjack or something or poker that they have control. You do of your choice, but you're still battling the odds.
Yeah.
So at that point, might as well just do black or red on the
Well,
middle table.
I mean, poker, depending who you're playing with, can be that. The hard part is when you're playing with people who don't know how to play poker really well.
Yeah.
they become the luck players. Then you go back to playing odds, playing skill.
So I also look at that as different. Like playing poker with some friends, that's a different situation than
Yeah.
going to the casino.
Yeah.
Casinos just feel, I mean, obviously, yeah, they're for the house, but yeah, there's something about it. I don't like them. For one, I feel like I'm being watched all the time.
Because you are.
But you are.
And it's just, I don't know, I just don't like any of it. But once in a while, I do end up there with a friend or something. And that's always my main thing. I've always found if someone gives me money to play because I go, I'm not playing. And then if they say, no, here, $100. Then usually, so far, I've never lost. The only problem is then I feel like I owe them $100 if I do lose it. But so far, done that twice. Once with my brother and once with another friend. And both times I ended up paying them back, pretty much split it in half. And I think like the last one, it was like we each got $400. And then there was one time with my brother, he wouldn't stop. So I just kept going. And that was over 1,000. That's
I went one time. Well, I can say I went. My buddy went. I didn't really stay for very long, but he went in. Was up $7,000.
Jeez.
Left $2,000 down.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, really? Like,
Yeah. That's the way my brother is.
what are you thinking?
At least when my brother used to drink, he was one of those types that would go in there and just sit at the blackjack table. And he would get up so high. And then just lose it all and then leave and be like, okay, whatever. And then walk off to the next thing. I'd be like, wow. But he's very much a risk taker. My pots can never go that high because I've already cut out before that.
Yeah. They only go that high if I've already taken sufficient money off the table that I no longer care. Like house payment level type stuff.
Yeah, that's craziness.
Well, plus you got to declare it on your taxes.
Yeah.
Like I don't need any other income on my taxes that I have to find a way to deduct out of.
And as far as I know, the percentage is not low.
It's no.
They feel like that was easy money, so they want their chunk.
I want to say it's 28%.
Yeah, as it runs right along the capital gains.
Yeah.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, but most capital gains, unless it's just stocks and things like that, you have other ways to depreciate or deduct that income. You know, you have expenses associated with that.
Ooh, I'm all done with my workout. All I have to do is 10 minutes of this and then 5-minute cool down. Cool. Relax.
So Ian, would you recommend setting up training peaks now or waiting until you get everything
Yeah.
sorted out? All right.
No, I set it up because you can set it up free.
Okay.
And we've already got it. We've already got stuff on Training Peaks. It's just a matter of getting everybody over. I have to move over some more workouts, but we've got a bunch of stuff on there already.
Okay.
Is that the same one that Swift uses for Yeah, was it Swift Academy? Where they did that first year.
Yeah.
I've never been able to figure that one out.
Not hard to
I
figure
also
out.
I haven't spent much time with it either.
It's pretty simple.
Or I mean, like trying to figure out the information I need to figure out on it.
Trying very hard to say to comment on that and say, well, Rick is too.
I mean, implied in my tone there was pretty much any idiot can figure it out. So what's your problem, Rick?
Oh, great. Oh, great. Here we go. It gets worse.
Yeah, one says that could be when he did it. I think he Velo feeds into it as well.
I guess it's like it's a good recording system, but yeah, pretty much it's like a good way as a trainer. It's a good way to get the data, right?
Yeah, the data's pretty good on there. You can also use Training Peaks has a desktop version as well that has got really more data, like a ton of data.
Yeah, because I've also only looked at it on my phone.
But what's on the phone? So their app is, I like their app better than Phase Plan. So I don't know. There's pluses and minuses to both.
Yeah, I've never actually run off of anything like that anyway, too. Like I always use Strava as like a general idea of am I or just a record
Overdoing
of
it?
am I working more than before and like just keeping track of my output. Because all I've been doing is just doing the simple following, like building for 3 weeks and then taper a little bit for the 4th.
Yeah, the nice thing with Training Peaks, and you can do it on Phase Plan too, but on Training Peaks especially, I can plan you out all the way to your event to make you have a training stress balance score of what I want at the time of your event.
Nice, yeah.
I mean, it's up to you to follow it.
Yeah. But at least give you that good guideline of
Yeah.
what do I need to do this week? And if I'm not doing it, now I'm, behind in this way for this coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do find myself often just in my general way of riding and stuff.
Yeah.
I find myself in extremely good shape when it really doesn't matter. I find myself saying, oh man, if I had a race right now, ooh, buddy. But I don't.
Yes, the idea is to make it so you don't waste that. Like right now when I look at my Training Peaks, I am sitting at minus 46 TSV. My fitness is now up to 95 though. And then when I look at my fitness report on my phone, it tells me that I've been trending up for the last week. And for the last month, I'm up a 25 fitness, so CTL, which is a huge bump in 28 days. Up 20 and not over the last 90. So what you're seeing is my fitness had dropped for a while, and now I'm back at trying to get it back into really half iron training phase. I Because I need to be, for that kind of training that I'm doing, upwards of 90 to 100 before I really start my big training. Because even though my fitness might go down while I'm training, I'll be doing more speed and things like that, so I need that to fall back on.
Never mind. The Zwift Academy was today's plan.
Oh, was it?
That's the one.
You-
That's the
Oh,
one.
that's the
I've
one
had
shutting
trouble.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's plan is more complicated. Training Peaks. But Training Peaks was their first one, I believe. Their very first one. Probably before you were on Zwift.
Yeah, it made it seem like as if that was the first one. I think that one was in 2020 or something.
Oh,
That was
God,
my
no.
first
They had
go
it
at
going in 2016, I think was the first one. Maybe 2017? I know, I was in Dominican Republic. Because the first training academy was to find someone to go race on a pro team.
Yeah.
And 2020 was the first year they did it as an actual like training thing, not a person selection.
Going to 50k, Rick. Yeah. Get us ready for the Beavers.
Oh yeah, got a smooth shifting with a new cable.
Nice. Huh? Yeah. Oh. Thought I had those over there. Thanks.
There you goldfish.
There's some cough drops. I could have used those.
Oh, so Grace
would've
is sharing
remembered
those
over
as well now, eh? You'd be getting another cold.
I was hiding. I ain't hiding now. Caught it.
Oh, why are we going up here? Only got 1.5 kilometers to go, and it's all up now. Huh. I didn't know I could do that. Press down and no, we can't do that now. Yes, we can.
What, U-turn?
No, I tried I'm in a meetup, so I can't U-turn.
Ah.
If I press down right now, it gives me a rear view.
Are you wearing the rear view glasses?
No.
Ah.
There we go. Now we have some offspring. This would have been handy dandy back when I was doing threshold.
Yeah, well, I'm going
The
to.
beat goes perfect to a high cadence.
It goes on. Laddie daddy dee. Laddie daddy da. I'm gonna go get the stream ready for you after Divas. 900 meters here. So, and then everybody else out there, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time with the Divas, just a little bit over. So, come back and see us then. And we'll carry it on. Bye for now.